Hey, how's it going, everybody? Well, we're out here doing a little Friday content as usual. So, yeah, a week before Christmas Eve. Next week is Christmas Eve. And we'll be in Tucson for the holiday, for Christmas. Looking forward to that. We're going to, see the extended family, my in-laws actually, and hit a few fun little places in Arizona, like Globe and Miami and whatnot. So I'm kind of excited because I've never been to Globe or Miami. That's right, there is a Miami, Arizona, and it's a small little mining town. So is Globe, but they're kind of neat. I was looking at those little towns, and they have quite the antique store accumulation. So yeah, naturally we're drawn to that, and that's going to be fun. Looking forward to it. I might actually try and do a video going to and from some of those antique stores, so we'll see what happens. Motorcycles. Anyways, doing a little update. This thing just wants to fight me. I don't know why. Anyway, this will be probably the final video of the NCL, the Nail City Crank Tubular. Here it is, friends. And it's looking beautiful. And it's ready to be lit. It is. Oh yeah. So, I cleared out the air tubes yesterday. I just, this afternoon, I decided to take some pipe cleaners and I removed the bail and I shoved pipe cleaners up and down throughout the tubes. And, I did extract some dirt and some wadded up old cobwebs and stuff like that, because sometimes spiders get up in here and they make nests, and sadly compressed air doesn't always get a lot of things out, like cobwebs, because they'll lay flat and they won't move. So you have to take out some other means to get everything cleared out. So I sealed up the fount, and it's holding oil now, so it's I think she's ready. And I put a fresh wick in it, because the wick that came with wasn't that great. I like to use the old wicks when possible, but that's not always the case. No. So let's light it for the first time since who knows when, really. I mean, I know the collector that I got this from never lit it. It was just a shelf sitter. As other collectors, they don't light their lanterns. They enjoy them on the shelf and they collect them that way, which is fine. Nothing against that. I enjoy mine as they work. I enjoy them sitting there as well as lighting them and enjoying their soft, warm light. So we're going to do this. Well, here we go. Match. There we go. Oh. I think that's pretty good, don't you? Ah, check that out. There we go. Bring it in for the folks at home and those in the back. I think that's a good flame. I think we did that pretty well. That came out nice. I'm happy. Yeah, that came out great. That will be enjoyed tonight. Gonna enjoy that tonight as we recline and enjoy some YouTube and our television of some ilk, and some nice soft warm light. The amethyst globe, sadly, you lose a little bit of the color when you're burning it because the purple and the warm yellow light conflicts each other, and one cancels out the other. But hey, when it sits on, in the house with the natural light coming through the window and you see that amethyst globe, well, then you just enjoy it that way. But when it's lit, it does cast a little bit of a interesting color of light, actually, that you can't really pick up in the camera, in the video. But, at night, in the living room is dark. I only have a few lights on. Sorry, can't talk right now. But anyways, I have a few lamps burning, incandescent, of course. But then I'll have one or two of these kind of strategically placed in the living room, and they're burning and enjoying the soft light that they provide. But they will cast a little bit of a different color of light than with a regular clear globe. So the amethyst globe does affect the light a little bit, not much. But it's pretty. It is just a really nice lantern, and I'm really very fortunate to have this because, well, as most know, that when they do come up on eBay or what other auction sites, they can go for as much as $400, maybe a little more sometimes, depending on condition. One of these sold on eBay not too long ago, a couple months back. It was missing the fuel cap and the spout, so there was just a little hole there. And I mean, those who are handy with soldering irons and well connected with parts. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Can solder in one of those spouts and no problem. It's not the end of the world. So it's a good project for somebody who's handy with such things. And that one even sold for, I think, around $240, and it had surface rust, so it was a restoration project. But it looked solid. But yeah, still $240 for a project. That's kind of a hefty price tag. I paid just a little bit more than that for this in this condition. So I think I got a very, very good deal. I'm very fortunate that the collector who was selling this did gave me a really good price on it. But yeah, I just adjust it as it warms up. It affects the flame, so I adjust it to where it should be. Anyway, it's burning very well. I think it's pretty much done. Now, I did notice that as it's sitting on the bench, I'm seeing a little bit of a ghost of a ring. So it's not leaking, it's just sweating. So there's a little bit of kerosene sweat underneath the fount. So I think I need to do another seal, so I can once this fount is consumed its fuel, I will definitely clean it out again and add more seal all and let it sit and cure, and it should be just fine. Yeah, that's the nice thing about seal all, is that if you don't get everything the first shot, then you just sterilize it, clean it up, with some acetone, whatever, and add another dose and roll it around, get all the edges. I thought I got pretty much to the edge inside, but apparently I didn't get everything. So yeah, it's hard to see in there. I mean, it's clear, and you can't really see in there very well because there's only this point and also the inside of the fount where the burner sits, so it's limited visibility, I'll say. So there you go. But hey, all in all, it's working, and it's not making a mess really. So yeah, it's happy. It's working as a 130-plus-year-old lantern should work. And I'm sure even in the period, these things sweat a little bit because, kerosene is a different kind of fuel where it will evaporate slowly, but it will evaporate and it will cause a lamp to sweat a little bit, especially when it's burning. When the fount warms up, then you will get some sweating, even if it's completely sealed and everything. Someone was talking to me about, one of their lanterns, how they'll get a little sweat around the fuel cap. Well, this one does it. You see right up here around the fuel spout, you'll see a little dampness. Well, that's mainly just because that's a port where your fuel enters, and sometimes it gathers around the spout a little bit, and of course the fuel will evaporate towards that, and you'll get just a little bit of residuals because sometimes the metal is just it's old, and it's just going to kind of do that anyway. So there's really not much you can do about it. It's just the characteristics of a kerosene burning tubular lantern. It really is. So some of them do it, some of them don't. And, you know, I mean, this one back here, this one's got, you know, it doesn't leak at all, but you'll see that it does sweat a little bit. Yeah. But that's okay. It's not leaving any marks on the bench. It's just what it is. And for what it's worth, the crimped founts like those ones in the, you know, the post 1900 Dietz, when they started doing the bottom plate that was crimped around the fount skirt, then yeah, those tend to weep a little bit. They like to sweat a bit, and I know my Acme Inspector likes to actually sweat a little bit more than what you would expect. So I still have to reseal that one. I think I'm going to go pour 15 on my Acme Inspector eventually. But as it sits, it's fine. It's not dripping. It's just, you know, has a little bit of a kerosene glisten to the exterior of the fount. But, you know, like I said, a lot of these antique tubular lanterns are not completely, well, sealed. They're a product of their era, and they were designed to burn, and as I say, you know, the fuel warms up as the tubes carry warm air through them, and that will create different effects, I guess you can say. But anyways, the thing to take home is that kerosene is a very, well, it's a rather safe fuel because it doesn't have the volatility of gasoline or other or whatever. So it has a very high flash point, and you can you know, not worry about it catching anything else on fire or being dangerous if you're using it outside or in a camping situation or whatever. So I mean, I've had puddles of kerosene on the bench. I've done this as an experiment just myself. I had a puddle of kerosene and I took a lit match and I just threw it into there and it put it out. It didn't catch on fire. No, it didn't ignite it. It didn't do anything. So it's a fairly safe fuel to use, and you should understand that and you know, not worry too much if you're getting a little bit of a sweat on the exterior of the fount. So it's just the characteristics of an oil lantern or lamp or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's 130 years old. She's going to have a little bit of, you know, she'll sweat as she works, as most people do. So anyways, that's it for today from out here in the old garage time cave. And I think the work that I put into this thing is actually paying off, and I will be enjoying it tonight. So yeah, I think mission accomplished, and it's a wonderful addition to the collection. Now, I recently got another lantern in the mail. Yeah, big surprise, right? Yeah, exactly. I will show that lantern in my next video. Hopefully I'll be able to do one on Monday, which I think I should be able to do. And I will showcase the new arrival in its current state before I do any work on it. So it will be, of course, cleaned up and restored. It's a little bit of a project, but I'm excited because it's a cool one. It's a really special lantern, and it's a rare one. And I will be enjoying that to share with you all on Monday. All right, friends, have a great rest of your weekend. This is the last big weekend before the Christmas holiday, so get all your last minute shopping in now before it's too late. I know that a lot of people are leaving town today because, well, we had to go out and get the oil changed in the Kia, and I had to go out to Glendale, and traffic going that direction, going west, was fine, but I noticed the traffic going east was absolutely crazy. It was already bad by 10 in the morning. I can't talk today. I don't know why I'm having a hard time. But anyways, yeah, it was insane. It was absolutely crazy. So that being said, today's one of the big Exodus days. And I know today and tomorrow will be pretty crazy for traveling because a lot of people are taking off for the holiday. But that's to be expected. Last year was kind of canceled, so everyone's just ready to get out and go see family and friends. And that's good. I support that. All right, friends. Whatever you do tonight, if you have a lantern to light it, enjoy. Sound like a broken record, right? Light a lantern, be around those who you love and care about, and enjoy your evening. All right, that's all for me. Have a great night, everybody. Take care.